Look, shutting down the government is horrible. This CR is horrible.
With the Friday deadline nearing, Virginia's junior Senator Tim Kaine says he will not vote for the House's continuing resolution, or CR.
I think it's the job of the Senate to be a leader and say those aren't the only two options. There's a much better option, and why wouldn't we try it?
The Republican-controlled House approved it Tuesday to keep the government funded through the end of the fiscal year on September 30th. It also increases defense spending by $6 billion and cuts domestic spending by $13 billion. First District Congressman Republican Rob Wittman says he supported it despite not liking continuing resolutions.
And I want to make sure that our law enforcement officers get paid, that our military gets paid, that our national parks continue to stay open. None of that happens if government shuts down.
But to pass the Republican-controlled Senate and reach President Donald Trump's desk, at least 8 Democrats need to vote in favor of a procedural motion. Kaine says the better option is a shorter 30-day CR to allow for a budget deal to be reached, which he says they're close on.
The difference between appropriations and CR is appropriations is you're driving looking through the windshield at what's coming at you. CR is you're driving looking through the rearview mirror about what's already behind you.
But Wittman says Congress has already done several continuing resolutions this fiscal year and that Democrats should do so again and shift focus to next year.
We are almost into the next budget year. We're going to be getting a budget over from the White House. We need to finish up this year's work.
Kaine says he's also concerned the House's version gives more power to President Trump and Elon Musk to continue deep cuts to the federal workforce, which Wittman disputes.
But if we vote to give the president the power to do whatever the president wants, then we can't challenge it anymore.
It doesn't yield any additional powers to the executive branch. It funds the things that are necessary for this nation.
Kaine says he'll push for the 30-day option to get a vote and adds that the House members shouldn't have left D.C. after holding theirs. Wittman says if a shutdown happens, he can't predict how long it may last.
Sure that the leadership will talk to the leadership in the Senate and try to figure out what the next step is.
And in a call with media this afternoon, Virginia's senior Senator Mark Warner said while he was aware some of his Democratic colleagues would be voting with Republicans for this procedural vote, he will be siding with Kaine and voting no. In Richmond, Cameron Thompson, CBS 6 News.